The Solitary Reaper is a lyric poem by English Romantic poet William Wordsworth and one of his best-known works. The poem was inspired by his and his sister Dorothy's stay at the village of Strathire in Scotland in September 1803. Let's move towards the explanation of this beautiful poem.
But before that, would you not like to subscribe this channel for more such meaningful videos?
Lines 1 and 2. The poet sees a young girl working alone in a field in the Scottish Highlands. Wordsworth loved simple, country life, and this shows his interest in ordinary people. Lines 3 and 4. The girl is cutting grain and singing to herself. The poet is so struck by her song that he tells people passing by to either stop and listen or walk quietly so they don't disturb her. Lines 5 and 6. She is all alone working in the fields, and her song sounds sad, melancholic, and full of emotions. Lines 7 to 12. The poet describes how beautiful her singing is. He compares it to a traveler in the desert hearing music in an oasis. It's that comforting. He even says her voice is more lovely than a nightingale's, a bird famous for its sweet songs. Lines 13 to 16. The poet goes on to compare the reaper's song to that of the cuckoo bird. He mentions that in the calm silence of the Hebrides Islands, a lonely, uninhabited spot, the cuckoo's song breaks down the calmness of the island. Similarly, the music of the reaper's song is breaking the silence of the valley in which she is singing. Lines 17 to 20. The poet doesn't understand the words of her song, but he imagines it might be about old, sad events or about the battles from history. Lines 21 to 24. He keeps guessing. Maybe it's about simple, everyday things that happen over and over in life. He wishes he knew the meaning of the song for sure. Lines 25 to 28. Even though he doesn't know what she's singing about, he still loves and appreciates the song in his heart. The Highland girl is bending over with her sickle, and it felt like her song would never end. Lines 29 to 32. We know that at the end, the poet remained profoundly moved by her singing, even when he had moved away from the scene and the music could not be heard anymore. The memory of that song remained in his mind. At the end, it is the memory of the song that lingers on, rather than an actual song. Conclusion. The outcome of the poem is that it awakens in the minds of readers a respect for nature and also for the simple things in life. It makes the reader realize that happiness can be attained from leading a simple life, working with one's own hands, being dedicated to the work we are doing.